Hey, and we on there too. So what's going on, everybody? What's going on? I know there is a major shock in the atmosphere globally because we lost our brother and our baby too, right? Um, Gigi and Kobe Bryant, we lost them in a helicopter crash, and oof, woof. Lord, I done tapped into my emotions. Lord, I feel it. And people are affected. People are highly affected. I'm able to see how affected people are, and it's genuine. And so what that tells me is that we can relate in a lot of ways. What that also tells me is that we're viewing this thing from a different point of view. You know, a lot of us may truly have been basketball fans, and just hearing that information really tore us up. But I can almost act for certain. A lot of us are looking at this situation and thinking, "Dang, I'm that age." You know what I'm saying? Dang, I've been growing up with Kobe. Like, dang, I'm getting old. Like, it really puts you into a different mindset when you start to view things from your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, that hit close to home type of thing. One second, because my son, it's no school today. There's no school today, so these kids, they blowing up my phone. He wants something in particular. I don't know what it is. I'll find it out later. I'll rebuke it. Um, but yeah, so you already know it's Manifesting Monday. All right, here with Lady CEO, your mindset coach. And today we're going to be talking about mixing business with pleasure. Okay? And the do's and don'ts. So to do or not to do, that is the question. I know a lot of us, we say, what the norm is in life is that we tend to say, no, I'm not going to do business with people that I'm friends with, or people that I'm dating, or my family, or different things like that. And that's to protect us. You know what I'm saying? But naturally, when we're talking about business and just growing, right, our internal network, ultimately the foundation is supposed to start in your home. It's supposed to start in your family. It's supposed to start in your immediate network. However, because of people free will and how people closer to you tend to take advantage of you in certain situations, particularly in business. And these days, in my lifetime, is what I've observed. We kind of got away from that idea, and now we're only focusing on, reaching out to external professionals to come into our business and our family legacy and our wealth and help us build. I agree with that. I totally understand. I get it. Listen, it happens to me. It happens in my family and in my friendships. I can't do business with all my family, all my friends and stuff like that. So I totally get it, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. So I hope that me doing some of these videos that's kind of relating to that, I hope that it kind of like changes the mindset of individuals who are growing businesses and people who can possibly be a part of those businesses. And I hope it gets you to see things in a different perspective, which will encourage you to change your characteristics when it comes down to doing business with someone close to you, whether you're dating them or they're your family or your friend, right? So my take on that is you can definitely do business mixing it with pleasure, but you got to know how to juggle that thing, baby. And I think that over the past 10 years, I was actually in business with my ex-fiance, and it worked. And I say ex, so something went on. But what I realized is that you really have to be able to separate those things, because it could be a day where I'm not feeling him and he's not feeling me, and we ain't really vibing too well when it comes down to being personal. But if it's business to be had, I remember it was times, if I can be transparent, can I be transparent? Okay. I remember where it was times where it was tears coming down my eyes because we were going through, and let some business come through my phone or something pop up business, I'm talking about with tears in my eyes. I'm like, Cause hold on, boy, I know we ain't talking right now, but you know what I'm saying? So I truly believe that those years of having to deal with those things have made me stronger in today, where it's like I'm able to take those emotions and through self mastery, I'm able to control them. I'm able to, even if I don't agree with the person that I'm doing business with or whatever, I'm able to personally agree with them. I'm able to set those feelings aside and focus more so on the business and leave less of the emotion out of the conversation or topic at hand, to be able to carry on with the assignment. Because overall, you know, when you're in business or you have a project or you have a service, ultimately it's supposed to be of what your purpose is, right? That's right. I think the same thing, Tori. Like, they should really coexist together. That's what it was created to be. But unfortunately, it's not. Like, unfortunately, we have kind of gotten away from those things. But we see it in other cultures. Like, we see it in other cultures. Like the Asians, they stick together. Caucasians, they stick together. Mexicans, they stick together. Hispanics, they stick together. But it's it really falls off when it comes down to our culture, the black culture. You feel what I'm saying? So this video is for everybody, but definitely you guys should already know that my mission is to empower and just raise the self-determination and profitability and productivity in minority communities and minority organizations. But listen, I'm for anybody else who's outside of that minority organization and community. But I really identify with my culture, and I see how I can help and I can relate, I can speak that way. So God had me here. So before we get started though, I want to, you already know, give you the verse of the day, because I don't believe that we can conquer anything without making sure that we are aligned in our spirit. And I don't have any religious background. I'm spiritual and holy, but however, my content that I relate to the most is in English, and it's the Bible. So the verse of the day comes from Psalms 19:14, and it says, "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." Right? So that reminds me of Tamala Mann's song, "Change me, oh God, make me more like you." And I think I said that on a previous video, because I really sing that song when I'm mad as hell. When I'm mad as hell at people, like I really sing that song, because when I'm mad, I don't really have no medium, so I'm like in myself, like I'm just like thinking of the worst things possible, da, 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 da. But in my consciousness, I know that I don't like her. I don't like that woman that I become when I'm filled with rage and anger. So that's one of my go-to songs. So once again, the verse of today is coming from Psalms 19:14, and it says, "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." Because you can say whatever you want to out of your mouth, but what your heart feel like, right? Yeah, I love helping people, but what your heart feel like? What are those conversations like when you by yourself, right? And also, I'm gonna say that for you last. All right, so mixing business with pleasure, right? Working with your families and friends, especially your spouse, could open the door to the dangers of mixing business with pleasure. Yes, the two should coexist together, but sometimes they don't. But I'm a firm believer, and this is what I talk about. If you have seen my 3Ps video, when I talk about your pleasures, your purpose, your pleasures, and the 3Ps, Lord, 3Ps. Give them to the thank you, Father. Hallelujah, Lord. Hallelujah, Lord. Hallelujah, Lord. So your purpose, your pleasures, and your passion. All right. But mixing business with pleasures definitely could balance out your life and career, but it's to balance, it's to have alignment, it's to be in alignment. Okay. So I used to work for, let me tell you a little story. I used to work for this lady, and I got my healthcare certification through her too. And when I was working with her, she told us a story about her husband. So her husband, she said it was hard for her and her husband to work together, because she will be in this position where she wears many hats. So in this one position, she'll be having a meeting with her team, and her husband is there, and she loves him. And so when she sees him, she smiles. She starts smiling and get all giddy inside. And but it's the situation at work was for her, because sometimes you have to get out a message or lay down rules, and you can't be smiling all the time. Like because sometimes people see right past what the authority or the rule is, the law is, and what you're saying based off of your facial expression. So she said that she was starting to have a hard time because she couldn't lay down law, and when she look up, she see her husband and start smiling. So I thought that was amazing. She said it made her feel less serious when she was at work trying to give orders or reprimand in some type of way. And how for her it didn't last long, because it didn't last long with them two working together. She said he had to go, right? Because she couldn't do her job effectively. So she identified that in this particular situation, I can't necessarily mix my business with pleasure because, honey, you messing up my mojo, you messing my swag up, you gotta go and get out of here. So why is it hard to argue with someone you're friendly with, or to be in opposition with someone that you're friendly with? And though mixing business with pleasure has its practical benefits, it also has the potential for trouble, right? And that's just because of our mindset, though. It's not supposed to be that way, but it's just because of our mindset. So here goes some more examples with mixing business with pleasure that you guys can probably relate to. Working with your mom is one. Okay, like, sometimes it's hard to tell your parents what to do or correct them slightly, and sometimes we submit to their way of doing the task, even though it's wrong, to avoid that awkward feeling or them looking at you all crazy, like who the parent type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So that can be a situation that's very uncomfortable that you probably can't really get away from, unless you have a mama that's like really, really open to listening to you and really respect your position in business. If you guys are working together, then that should be fine. I've seen that happen too. Number two could be working with your kids, because sometimes you might just want to smack the hell out of them, and in this particular job situation, you can't smack the hell out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like and for real, some cases they may be grown, and sometimes in conversation, what I'm realizing with my 12 and 10-year-old is that now sometimes I want to box them a little bit. Can I be honest and transparent this morning to save somebody? Okay, like sometimes with your children, it gets to a point where it's like, okay, the belt don't hurt you no more. Can't pop you real quick. They ain't gonna do nothing. I bop you one time. So you can't bop them in business. You can't embarrass them. You have to respect the fact that they are grown people, and when you're mixing the business with pleasure, considering your kids, right? So that could be kind of difficult because they may need to be bopped. Let's be honest. All right. So number three could be working with your spouse, like the conversation, the example that I just gave you about the woman I was working with and her husband. You just look at them and smile. You can't really do your job and all that other type of stuff. You catch feelings in the workplace. Who been there before? Okay, before it's even a real relationship, and you feel some type of way, or maybe they done dated a couple people that's around in the building, and now they dating you, and now you getting side eyes and all this type of stuff. Can you handle that? Can you handle mixing business with pleasure? These ain't things that you should stay away from. These are just examples to make you think in a total different way. Either you can or you cannot handle this particular situation. To do or not to do. I don't know. And then absolutely working with your friend. That can be the most difficult situation in mixing business with pleasure, because your friends, they're a little bit more intimate. They're a little bit more intimate in working together, right? And here's why I say that. Because your friend 9 times out of 10 may know all your secrets. Your friend just may know all your secrets. Your friend may be more like a family member to you, so it's dynamic there. Then you have this business relationship, or this business partnership, and something goes wrong. you don't agree with something that happened, how you gonna handle that? How are you gonna handle that? A friend of mine a couple of months ago, she said to me, we were having a meeting, discussing some projects we want to do together in the future. And she said, well, I'm curious about how you handle situations with your friend in business if something isn't going right. And I just told her that I'm situational. You feel what I'm saying? And I believe that's rule number one when you come into my life and we have a dynamic of life and business. You feel what I'm saying? First, you got to identify that I am situational as hell. Okay? Like, seriously. So, and if it was a problem that went on in a relationship that I have with a friend who we have life and business, and our situation happens in life, right? Our problem happens in life. Then we handle that problem in life. We not talking about business. We not throwing nothing up in each other's face about business, nothing, because this is our life situation. Yo, how you feel? How I feel? How can we fix this? Can it be fixed? And you have to be mature enough. It takes a mindset to be mature enough to say, okay, listen, I guess we gotta just bow out then if we can't agree. Because sometimes in a friendship, it's so sensitive, because sometimes in a friendship, something personal in a friendship could cause the business you know, not to be able to go on. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you hit a pivotal moment in a personal relationship where it's like, okay, if we can't agree here, then this is definitely going to down spiral into the business relationship between us. So I think we need to sever the legs there. If that's not that particular situation, then you do everything you can to figure out how you can fix it personally and leave business out the way. If it's a business situation at hand, but your friendship is fine, then you handle it the very same way. You tackle business, you leave the friendship alone, and you make sure that you continuously, often state it in the conversation that you're having with your friend. If it's about business, it's like, listen, this is not about our friendship. This is about business. Please take your friendship hat off, throw it over there, and let's talk about business. And your friend has to be mature enough to receive that. This thing works two ways. The reason why we can't do business, where it's not favored upon to do business with people that we love, or mix business with pleasure, is because you can feel a certain type of way, you can operate in a certain type of way, but you got to be sure that the other person or how they operate in general. And sometimes that's the thing right there, right? But it's all in how you handle it. You got to make sure that you stick into when it's time to deal in one element of your relationship, then it's only time to deal in that element. Do not mix the two when it's not time to mix it. And the only time it's time to mix it, the only time business and pleasure has a personal benefit, it's when you getting up. One of the personal benefits is that you get up every day doing what you love with people that you love, right? The second benefit is that you're able to circulate these dollars amongst your network. And then when you outsource for other resources, you can still outsource to the community that's next to you. And that still means that you're circulating those dollars in that community. But to circulate money in your circle? What? To circulate money in your circle where we all eating? Come on, man. You tell me that's not ideal. Like, you tell me that ain't something, that wasn't one of your childhood things. Like, yeah, me and all my friends, we gonna get money together, we gonna go on trips together, we gonna do. Where you think that come from? That don't come from anything that you seen when you were small. That's something inside of you, because that's ultimately the way it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, some people don't use their free will that way. So, I need you to understand that you will get up every day, go to work, prepare and work for something that you love, because you have the people around you. You're in the career that your purpose to be in. You have leveled up in society. You are aspiring to be this person. You are doing what you need to do to acquire the skills and know how to get it done. You are feeding yourself and also feeding other people. What is your spiritual diet like? What is your physical diet like? What is your mental diet like? And you passing all of those things on, and it's operating simultaneously. Little things happen, but you're tackling them successfully. Everybody is great. The relationship is healthy. Listen, there are personal benefits to mixing business with pleasure, But when you do it wrong, baby, you creating a disaster. So, I mean, the sensation you get is very, very satisfying. Now, I know you're thinking following your passion requires you to already have a lot of money. And no, it does not, because Bobby does not have a lot of money. I use my resources to the fullest extent. I maximize my opportunities everywhere that I am. I maximize my spaces to the best of my ability. And before I move on or see how much more money I need, I make sure that I've done everything I can to let the universe know that I'm grateful for what I have in this moment. And if I didn't have anything else, then I'm going to get it done, whatever it is, regardless. Right? So there are ways and resources that I can help you gather within yourself and the community that will support you towards maximizing your income and creating a healthy balance in your life and your work life. So what you love to do is a major part of who you are and the uniqueness of yourself. Like, what is your niche? What is your niche? How can you pull your niche out and then create opportunities where people can join you doing what it is they love to do? It ain't what you would. They don't do what you do. They do what they do. But what it is they do gonna help you do what you do. So we all winning type of thing. What is it in your life that brings you comfort, joy, and just makes you feel all giddy inside? Like, you have to. It's important to know that you operate simultaneously with your purpose and your passion and your pleasures. That go to 3 P's. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You have to know that you operate those things simultaneously. Right? So, however, since God loves you enough to turn your message to a message quite often, y'all. And, you need to understand that anything that you go through outside of this whole mixing business with pleasure, if it works or it doesn't work, the higher purpose of what you go through in life is designed to give you tools and teach you lessons that will prepare you and just strap you up for your destiny. That's what it is. And sometimes we're going to have to be in situations that's not necessarily pleasing to us so we can identify what's pleasing to us. You got to look at this thing a different way. It's all about mindset. And sometimes things that are good and they feel good and they suddenly come to an end, it's to ignite you again. You were comfortable in some type of way, right? And it could just be that the season was over and you got to say thank you and let it go. But I'm telling you, a huge part of those situations where you felt like it was good and then things just changed, it was because you got too comfortable. It was because you got too comfortable in whatever it was and you stopped going hard as you should. And we can't do that. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. This is just some positive affirmations, right? Because in order to manifest whatever it is you desire in your life, you have to visualize it, you have to speak it, and you have to walk in it, and then it will manifest, right? We visualize, we speak it, we walk in it, and then it manifests. So I have five new affirmations that I want to send to you guys. Put them all out into the universe, and I hope you use them for the next decade, right? And very simple. So number 1 is, these are the things that you say to yourself. You say them out loud. You can repeat after me. I know I talk kind of fast. I'm working on it. Listen. But yeah, just say these things. Write them down. Replay it. I don't know. I think I may put them down there in the beginning. And you right. You are so right, Tori. Before I say those affirmations, you are so right. But that it gets in the way. Pleasure only overcomes because the mindset. You have to be strong enough, like literally strong enough. Like I said, like with tears coming down your face in this personal situation, are you still strong enough to carry out the task of that business? And if you're not, then you still have to be strong enough to let it go successfully. Like almost all of my relationships, if we don't deal with each other no more, I guarantee I let them go easy. I guarantee if we ever needed to come back together, it wouldn't be awkward because I didn't leave a situation like all messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like we had some type of clarity, whether it was to agree to disagree or we agree together. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still all in how you handle it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And emotions do get involved, but that's why it's self-mastery. You have to learn how to master your emotions, because I promise the goodness, like sometimes people, even in this 31 year of life that I'm living, like sometimes I walk into buildings, professional offices sometimes, and you catch me in a situation where one of my pet peeves is unprofessionalism. And another one of my pet peeves is when people are just fake, right? And you can't say what you mean or how you feel if it's going to put a bad taste in somebody's mouth. You don't know how to make it be the best bad taste they ever tasted before. And so one of my problems is that people people are sensitive. They're too sensitive. And what I mean by that is, if I have a problem with you and I can't come to you and say, hey, listen, here's the problem. I still love you. I still want to work with you, but it's just a slight problem. Can I voice it? Like, people are too sensitive, because in some situations it's like, that hurt my feelings, or I don't know how to take that, or it's cool to need a minute to receive something that somebody said and kind of like hit you the wrong way. You won't really expect it, but it's different when you can't accept constructive criticism. And for me, that's the only way. Yeah. I am. And where you been? I've been working with a brand manager, and so I'm getting ready to start filming in March, and she had me crying every session because we do shadow work. It's so crazy. Yes, you have to be, but at the end of the day, it's self mastery, Tori. It's self mastery, cause shit gonna happen, right? Shit is gonna happen. Things are gonna mess up. You're not gonna agree all the time. You know what I mean? Your emotions may be a little heavy one day and less the other day, but how you gonna handle it, homie? Like, how you gonna operate in it? Do you have enough situational ability, know-how, knowledge, and have you successfully completed self-mastery to be able to tackle these situations as they come? Can you have a smile on your face? Like, somebody told me the other day, like, I was mad. I was mad. I was spitting mad. I ain't lying. I was so mad. And this was like 3 days ago. And I was sitting there and I was telling them, and I was just, and I got to the end and I was like, shit. And I was like, oh, shit, you was fussing? I ain't even know you was fussing. They said it just sounded so sweet. You just sounded so sweet. You could fuss at me all day. And what I realized is that, dang, I've learned how to get my point across, because I don't got no medium, if I can be transparent. I don't have a medium. But in business, I got to have something in between me being cool and me want to smack you. So I had to develop this way where it's like, what is the best possible way to get my feelings across? But first you gotta not care. You can't care. If you're coming from a good place, we're gonna get down into this another time. I think I need to do a whole workshop on missing business for pleasure, because it goes deep. It goes deep. Whatever, Tori, you neglected me one day, but we're gonna talk one-on-one. But yeah, so these affirmations that I want to give you guys. How long I've been on here? I don't be trying to like take all your time and stuff like that, y'all. So thank you for watching. And here goes a little bit of a few affirmations, just 5 of them that you can take and say them and watch your life change as well. So number 1 is, miracles are happening and I am a blessing who receives blessings. Money flows freely in and out of my life. That's number 1. They're huge statements. They full too, because the God that I serve told me not to go come small. My daddy pockets is full up there, so I dare not. Okay, I dare not to go small. I've been playing small way too long, and this is not coming from a place of greediness. This is coming from a place of knowing my inheritance, knowing my worth, knowing my ability, knowing being faithful and like set on the fact that it's greater in my future. So I speak differently. I speak fuller. I speak with more substance. And so I want you to do the same thing, right? So number 1, miracles are happening and I'm a blessing who receives blessings. Money flows freely in and out of my life. 2 is, I am the co-creator of my life and the co-master of my abilities. Because God, the atmosphere, the universe, is the creator. We are just co-creators in this life and co-masters over our life, right? I invite all good, miraculous, righteous things to my life every day. Yes, whatever it is, just good, miraculous, just good old, just all that. Just yes, Lord. Just yeah. Okay. 4, I'm divinely made into perfection and fully operating within the Spirit of God in me. You call God whatever it is you call God, baby. But that creator that's inside of you, baby, that's what I'm talking about. You can change the word, God, whatever. I don't know, but you got to operate within that, baby, because you're powerful. Okay? 5, I want nothing. I want for nothing. Mind, body, and soul, because I have everything I need. And even if you don't in this moment, even if you don't feel like miracles are happening now, even if you don't have a penny to your name, speak these things and mean it, because your word is your power. And you visualize yourself having it, attaining it, retaining it. You visualize it, you speak it, you feel it. You know it's coming, even with tears in your eyes, because you may be going through something right now. And you can't really see past all that fog because it hurt. You feel let down. You feel like people should be helping you out more. You feel like you shouldn't be going through what you're going through, but you are. You are. So now let's change the narrative. Let's change the mindset about that. Right? Let's change the mindset. Miracles are happening, and I am a blessing who receives blessings, and money flows freely in and out of my life. I am the co-creator of my life and the co-master of my abilities. I invite all good, miraculous, and righteous things into my life every day. I am divinely made and fully operating within the Spirit of God in me. I want for nothing, mind, body, and soul. I have everything I need. Okay? I guarantee, watch your life start to change. Well, yeah, it's going to change. You're going to start to walk around, and you'll be all in love. Just with yourself. Okay? So, okay, cool. I've been on here for 30 minutes now. I did have something for my men, because it's Monday, and it's Men Crush Monday. So, I'm going to stop here, and I love you. I'm going to stop here, then I'm going to come back. I might come back, I don't know. I'm going to come back because I don't want this video to be so long. I wish I had somebody that help me code direct. Production. They ain't here today. They be here tomorrow. But, yeah. So, you guys, listen. Mixing business with pleasure. To do or not to do. Is it something for you or is it not? Right? You got to know yourself first. If it's not for you, because everything ain't for everybody. So if you're a person who knows, like, nah, not in this season, baby, I can't, because them people, baby, and people make me want to kill them, baby. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Just, you have to be honest with you and understand that everything that you would ever want is at your grab. So all you have to do is work hard for it. You ain't never get nothing that was easy by doing, that was hard, that's worth having by doing nothing. So, and that's it. Hey, Mindset Coaching Mondays with Lady CEO. You share this video with everyone you know. Hey, told you I was a rapper. And I'm one of the dopest rappers on Talking to Street Entertainment. And that's not because Talking to Street Entertainment belongs to me. What kind of sort it is? I used to be one of the dopest rappers on 101.1 Fam. But now I'm one of the dopest rappers on Legacy Internet Radio. And I say one of the dopest because we got other artists. But see, I'm going off track here because I'm surprising y'all because y'all didn't know I had bars like that. And I just gave you like 3 of them. So now I only got 2 more good ones for the rest of the week. I got to save them for Tuesday night. Don't talk street entertainment. Got to save them. Okay? So I can't get no more. I'm a comedian on the weekend too. Definitely. Comedian on the weekend. And I'm a master chef on Sunday. I got a bunch of other hats you guys don't know about. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. Okay. I hope you guys have a very, 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 very good rest of your week. I may be back on Wednesday to give you some wellness. I don't know. I'm still letting the Holy Spirit work that out. Tuesday night, Talking to Street Entertainment, new episode. Shout out to Jenny Boy. Shout out to Jay Vaughn, Comedy in the Kitchen. Thursday is Bible Study in the Hood. You guys, listen. I'm going to post my schedule so y'all guys can keep connected with me and see what else I be doing and when I do it. Because I do a whole lot. But I got a schedule. All you got to do is get with it. I pray that you have a successful, most amazing, manifesting Monday and the rest of your week. You are great. I love you. If nobody ever, told you before that you were loved, that you can do it, that you are awesome, that you have a dunamis power, and all you have to do is tap into it. You are filling a void. You are very important. I'm telling you, you are. I'm telling you, you are. Don't care if I'm the only one in your 5,000 list of friends on your friend list that's like, you can do it. That stupid thing that everybody think is stupid and you think is stupid too, and you don't want to tell nobody about it, you don't want to work on it. That's the thing. That's it. That's it. That's the one. Do it. Do that one. This is what I'm telling you. Change your mindset so you can change the narrative. Okay? Starts with a mindset. Starts with a mindset. It starts with your mind. Okay? So that's it for me. I'm going in here. Maybe it's time. Oh, one more thing. My brother, See the Light. Check out his album. He ain't talking all that shoot 'em up, bang, bang stuff. He giving you a message. Okay? So that's it for me. I'm gone, y'all. Peace and blessings. Ooh, Jesus. Let me see. Thumbnail. I gotta get it. Hold on a minute. Y'all should know I ain't got no sense by now. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just love me.